Hi everyone, today I'm going to go into patch 1.21 or 1.2.1 that went live on April 27th, 2021. Based on the patch notes, it looks like it's a decent one, but only one way to find out. Before we get into it though, 98% of the people watching this video are not subscribed to the channel, so if you're one of these people, please subscribe and help us hit that 10,000 subscriber mark. Also, smash that like button. Let's try for 100 likes. Share with your friends so they don't have to find this info themselves. Also, let me know what you think of these changes in the comments below. And finally, I do stream on the channel, so be sure to drop in with your questions or ask them in the comment section below. Now, let's get to the patch. I'm going to do it a little differently from the way I did the previous patches. I will not be reading the bug fixes in relation to quests or river raids for this one and for any going forward. The reason I'm doing this is because I don't think it really helps too much, because most of the time the quests you're bugged on aren't really fixed in these patches, so you have to wait until the next patch, and you have to wait until the next patch. That being said, I think this patch probably covers a lot of the bugs that you might be experiencing, so definitely jump back into the game and check it out, and I will, as always, link the patch notes in the description below, so you can read them and see them for yourself. Patch 1.2.1, or Title Update 1.2.1, as Ubisoft likes to call it, has some pretty cool changes in it. And I'm only going to go into the ones that I think are the best. First of all, the biggest and best change, in my opinion, is that you can finally wear Altair or Bayek's outfits and actually have them transmog on your other armor. You couldn't do this before, which was really messed up, and it didn't understand why it was called Transmog. It wasn't really Transmog, it was this a Young Viking reskin type thing. But I'm glad they finally did this, and hopefully they'll add more outfits and armor in the game that you can do this with. Please give us Transmog like you did in Odyssey, please. Now, some of the new skills. There's Cold Rage. Ignore hit interruption while performing successive regular melee attacks. This effect recharges after a few seconds. Basically, you can fight without getting flinched, I guess, and without getting hit. Or interrupted, basically. Eye of the North prevents flinching from hits while aiming with your arrow, or with your bow, rather. This effect recharges after a few seconds. And Intense Rage. Ignore hit interruptions while performing your next offhand, parry, or special attack. This effect recharges after a few seconds. I think Intense Rage is one that you might be able to use in conjunction with Wrath of Thor, because if you can't get interrupted, you can channel it fully. And I'll test that out in a future video, and I'll put it up for you guys to see. You might even see it in the background here. I don't know if I got the footage in time. You can now turn cinematic camera on and off during the finisher moves. I know this was something that some people that I know were looking for, and it's finally here. And then finally, this is a big one for a lot of people, I know that, and I didn't really do any fishing because of this. And I'm glad some of these fish are finally in the game. So fish are finally here. We've got you some halibut, but it's only small. Sturgeon, also small, not the large or the big. Then we've got flatfish. They're massive, they're big. And mackerel, also massive and big. And I'll show you guys all the locations that you can find these fish at, so it'll help you in your fishing. I'll also make this a slightly separate video for the fish, so I'm going to do another intro for it right now, and then put it in a new video. Fish are finally here. We've got halibut, sturgeon, flatfish, and mackerel. You'll find sturgeon, small, and flatfish, big, down in the Kingdom of Wessex, at the southwesternmost point where the river meets the sea in Hamptonshire. If you're casting your line on the coast, you've gone too far. You'll want to try looking in the river just south of Winchester's western walls. Halibut, small, can be found in the marshes in eastern Mercia, close to the border of East Anglia. You'll have your best chance of catching these fish in the waterways between Lincolnshire, East Anglia, and Grantabridgeshire. Alternatively, you can head to the Isle of Ely synchronization point, then go north to find the spot. Lastly, you can set your sights on mackerel, and they're massive. You'll want to head back to Norway. The fish will be available on the coast, in the waters west of Elrikstad and south of Ulriken Peak. Fast travel is available through the harbor and synchronization point, respectively, and should make for a quick, if cold, excursion. So these are the biggest and best changes in this update, in my opinion, and might get me to play the game a bit more again. Let me know what you think of these changes in the comments below, and as always, like, share, subscribe, and stay safe. I'll see you all next time.